So we got the composter all set up over here. Let me show you the types of things we like to add to it and how I like to inoculate it to give it a good jump start. So we got some of our leftover kitchen scraps. Just got some banana peels in there, apple, rind, core, coffee grounds. I like to put the eggshells into the toaster oven just for a minute, just to kind of kill off any bacteria that's in them. And I crunch those up real good and real small, as small as you can, just to kind of get those pieces activated quickly inside there. We got a little bag of some kale scraps there. And as you can see, I've got some mushroom compost here, some organic mushroom compost. And you can see that it comes with a lot of wood in there. There's good compost in here too, some sandy loam and stuff, but it's a lot of mushroom compost comes with a lot of wood. And we don't want all that wood inside of our garden beds because it's going to kind of work against the nitrogen that's in there. So what we're going to do, we're going to get these kitchen scraps put inside the composter. And what I like to do to get rid of all those that wood is we use a little gold pan classifier. This is just for kind of doing small scale. We'll scoop that into here, shake it all around, let all the compost and good stuff fall through there. It'll keep all the wood on the top. So I put all the wood pieces that come out of there into the composter. That way it's putting my browns into the compost, because most of the stuff that you're bringing out of your kitchen is your greens. It's your lettuce, it's your celery, it's your coffee grounds. Coffee grounds are actually greens. And you have to have a balance of your browns in there, your carbons. So that's kind of why I'm using the wood from this mushroom compost, but it's got all of the microbiology on the wood from the compost that is coming out of. So we're putting that into the composter with all of our scraps. So that's going to kind of jumpstart the microbiology. If you just put in your scraps, you might get some stuff going in there, but this is going to really speed it up a lot. So I'm going to start doing some of this sifting, and we'll get some of that tossed in there for you. So I just start taking scoops of it out of here. Toss it into your classifier, your sifter. This is, I believe, a 1/2 inch size. Give it a good shake. Scrape it around in there a little bit. And see, we're basically just left with almost tan bark, but it's got a lot of the good stuff on it that we want in here kickstarting this. So we're just going to put that in there. I had to let this stuff dry out a little bit. It was pretty moist when it comes out of the bag, so I actually put it in this wheelbarrow about a day or two ago, just to kind of let it dry out a little bit, because it was actually kind of muddy right out of the bag. So you never want this stuff to completely dry out, because then you'll kind of start killing off some of your beneficial bacteria, beneficial funguses that are in here. You want to keep it moist always. So it's actually kind of good that this compost comes moist. A lot of those worm castings and compost come so dry, and you can only imagine how much of the beneficial stuff is actually gone out of it now that it's dry. But just tossing that in there, you end up with just some really nice stuff. This will be what we actually use in the garden. The stuff I'm putting in here is just kind of to jumpstart the composter. So just toss in some of our, you don't have to break this stuff up very small. I do like to crush up my eggshells, coffee grounds, all that stuff. Why throw it in the trash? Make soil out of it. Got a little bag of some kale that went a little bad on us. That's it. I'm not going to add any water to this right now because those greens and everything are still pretty wet right now. The wood chips from the mushroom compost, they were still a little bit wet also. So if you don't want this drying out though, you don't want to keep it kind of moist, but usually just adding the continuous kitchen scraps in there is going to be plenty of moisture for it. Every time you put something in, give it a couple spins, let it kind of mix around inside there, let the oxygen get inside there. Make sure your little vents are open so it's getting good airflow, and that's it. So you see how I was showing you before, it's got that dual chamber. So we're adding to this one. When it gets full, start adding to this one, and that one will start making the compost. So yeah, nice little kitchen garden composter just for the backyard, not for out in the big garden, but so that's how we do it. That's what we put in there. That's kind of how I jumpstart it, and a kind of a good dual use of the mushroom compost, where I want to get that wood out of there before I put it in my garden, but I can use it in here. So thanks again for watching, and hope you guys can get some compost going in your yard soon too.